Happy Tuesday, you guys. So, I'm doing another spend the day with me. Yesterday was Labor Day, in which for me is my regular day off, but because everything was closed, I couldn't do anything. So today I'm gonna take y'all with me to run some errands. Seen some stuff at the Target dollar spot that I need. Well, I don't need, but that I really, really want. And I want to kind of just, if I have time, do some window shopping because I am wanting to kind of zhuzh the place up before the holidays. I'm going to do one room at a time. So I've been doing a lot of decluttering and purging of the things. I got like a whole box of coffee mugs and plastic bowls and stuff that we don't even use. And I'm no longer a collector of things that aren't bringing me joy, put it that way, because I do still have things that I collect that bring me joy that I'm not going to give away, like my Villa Beautiful pens, but y'all stay out my business. But anyway, so I'm not going to be too chatty-patty right now. But on the agenda today, I am going to first make my coffee, in which I'm totally out of. And I decided to make this right here. I had some of these left, some of these Cafe Bustelo leche. So they already have cream and stuff in there. I must have liked them because I've used all of them except for two. But anyways, I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to, while I'm drinking my coffee, I'm going to do my scripture for the morning. And, of course, spend a little bit of time with God. Well, not a little bit of time, but time with God. Because anytime you spend with God is a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's in small increments or all day long, it's time with God. After I do that, I'm going to record my welcome and my intro and outro to my podcast. I have decided to go back to podcasting as another form of expression for myself. A lot of what I do, even like with these vlogs and stuff, and even, when I'm posting, I'm getting monetized on certain platforms. But before I was getting monetized, I was still doing them because these platforms are an expression of my creativity and an expression of some things that God has placed on my heart that I need to get out and share. So I decided to go back to doing podcasting, and I'm gonna have to do, like, for real, I know I always say this, but I need to do a video talking about my journey as a content creator on all levels, because your girl has done it all and everything is kind of all tying together. And I don't know what I keep full of my hair, but anyway, so I'm gonna do that. And then if the Hubs isn't back yet, I'm gonna make these appointments because I'm way overdue for a colonoscopy. Not just because of my age, but my mom has a history of cancer. She's had colon cancer twice, liver cancer once, and then about 6 years ago, she had breast cancer, and all glory be to God and the anointed hands and knowledge of the doctors. She is still here, and a lot of people don't have that testimony. So hopefully that little snippet has inspired you to, be like, hey, if this older lady can get through three types for 4 different seasons of cancer, I can fight to get through it too. But anyway, so I need to make that appointment. I need to make some calls, but if I don't get all the calls done today, I can do them tomorrow in between my clients, because Wednesdays are normally like a slow pedal kind of day back into my work week. But anyway, I am almost 5 minutes into me rambling, but today is going to be very productive. I do have a lot of stuff to do because a lot of stuff I could not do because it was closed yesterday, and the access to certain things that I needed in order to get those things done was closed. So anyway, let me make my coffee and then I will be back. All right, guys. So before I get into, let me see if I can turn the light on for you guys. So I just wanted to show you some of the things I decluttered out of my kitchen, which I feel like is a lot. I mean, all these coffee mugs, and I was collecting these. Well, some of these I bought, but I mean, they just start peeling off and stuff. And I barely use these things. I have all these plastic bowls, like all this stuff that I don't use that's just occupying space. So like the past month, I have been really trying to declutter. I want to get back in my office and go back through some of that stuff as well, because I'm absolutely not going to use it. So these are things that's going to Goodwill. I got a whole pile in the corner over there of clothes and shoes that I can't fit or probably will never fit again. Stuff that I just don't wear. So yeah, so when I declutter, it's really a spiritual kind of thing. Let me turn the camera back around. So yeah, like I was saying, when I declutter, it is really a spiritual cleanse as well. And y'all see all that stuff over there. All that stuff is going to the Goodwill or somewhere. But when I declutter, it becomes not just the removal of things. It becomes a truly spiritual experience, because it is reminding me that God has given me so much, and sometimes the things that he has given me, I've held on to them too long, and it's keeping me from getting more. It's keeping me from getting that abundance that he has for me. And as well, it is keeping me from blessing somebody else that needs those things that I've been holding on to, and is no longer my season to have. And that correlates with one of the reasons why I vlog and I talk the way I do. And as I'm talking to you right now, it's just a reminder of why God is forcing me to go back and do this podcast, because I have been holding on to all of this stuff that I no longer need, but somebody else needs. And it's time for me to let it go and put it in the universe, and let whoever grabs onto it get it. I don't know who's going to get those cups, those bowls, those clothes, and those shoes, but they served me for the season that they served me for. And now it's time for them to serve somebody else. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I do what I do, and realistically, I have these conversations with my husband all the time, and he sees the time that I put into, doing my content, and he asks me, what am I getting out of it? Because my husband he's a numbers guy. And he looks at the time that I spend, and he's like, well, what are you getting out of it? And the treasure that I'm getting out of it, it really ain't monetary. Trust me, you guys. Like, I am nowhere at that level of some of the influencers or content creators that you may watch. But what I'm getting out of it is the joy that I receive when I read your comments, or the inspiration to keep going when I talk to some of my other, content creator friends that have became friends and sisters. So that's what I get out of it. Yes, getting passive or some residual income is always great. But for me, it's how it makes me feel. It's my giving back. It's my tithe to the people. It's me giving a part of myself to others. And that's, that fills me up. But anyway, so let me go back to doing what I'm doing, because now I done added probably 10 more minutes to this opening act. So I will catch y'all in a little bit. After doing some spiritual decluttering and spending some time with myself, my family, and God, I knew it was time for me to come back. So after so many attempts and long breaks, I knew it was time for me to just talk. So I have done my scripture writing. I have recorded the welcome to the podcast, in which y'all saw. I was having a hard time. One thing about when you record just straight audio, it'd be so hard to get it to sound like how you want it to sound. But it is what it is. It's clear. You can hear what I'm saying. And, yeah. It's different from when you're vlogging. Like when you're vlogging, not only do you have to worry about the audio, you also have to worry about the visual, making sure it's clear. All the extra stuff like the transitions and the the transitions and elements, all that stuff is just extras. But the main thing that you really have to focus on when you are vlogging is that your quality of your video is professional looking as much as it can be, because we all are starting off with different forms of equipment, whether it be, i.e. a phone like I use, or actual camera, or even your computer or tablet. So each device films differently. But real talk, like if I could film from my 11 Pro all the time, I would. The only thing that makes me want to upgrade is that when it comes to trying to transfer my media to my laptop, it can be difficult at times. And then I have to make sure that I have little gadgets where I can upload to the gadget, then export it, and all, you know what I'm saying? So, and I know I have to do all of that with a camera as well. But the thing of it is, with my cell phone, once the storage is full, it's full. It's no swapping out memory cards or anything like that. So I will honestly say that's probably like the only, well, I ain't gonna say only, but the primary reason why I will eventually upgrade to a camera, vlogging style camera, is because when I do run out of memory, instead of trying to figure out what I have to delete or, things like that, or even so I have this, it's a SanDisk, what do you call it? It's like a memory card almost. So I put this in, but I have to download the app onto my phone, which takes more storage. Then I have to import from my camera to this, and then I have to take this and export it to my laptop. And I just feel like with the camera, it's not that many steps. I don't have to worry about downloading the app. I don't have to worry about deleting things. It's a lot. But I saw that to say is podcasting is legitimately probably one of the easier things to do. But again, the only downfall is trying to figure out that quality of the sound. Like, you know how you got some people, it just sounds like it's just so clear and whatever. But prime example, let me see if I can play a little clip so y'all can hear it. Maybe it's just all in my head because I'm not gonna say I'm a perfectionist, but I tend to want to make sure stuff is as professional as possible. Because, you know, let me take the S out of this. Hold on. Yeah. All right, hold on. So I'm going to let y'all hear it and y'all tell me what y'all think. You know, you gotta lay it on the track.
Hey loves, and welcome to Let's Talk the podcast. My name is Chiquisha Sims, and here's a little bit of information about your girl. So I am a native of Richmond, Virginia.
So that's a little snippet. You got to go to the podcast to hear the whole thing. But yeah, so I don't know. It's not muffled. It's just not giving. Spinning. It's something that's just not giving. But yeah. So with all that being said, podcasting, it has their pros and their cons, and vlogging has their pros and their cons. But I feel like vlogging has more cons when it comes to, you know, like editing and picture quality. All you got to worry about on your vlog, you don't even have to put no music on there for real. Y'all know I'm just extra. But yeah, doing a podcast, you just have to make sure that people can hear you and that your voice sounds like a voice that somebody wants to come back and hear over and over again. So yeah, so that's done. So now I need to just do my intro and my outro, which will go on every vlog. And then that's about it for, well, no, I still got to film my Wind Down Wednesday video. And I want to do that early, but it all depends on when the hubs get back, because I have to wait for him to get back before I can run my errands. So I'm trying to do as much as I can now. I did contact the rental office. And let me tell you about this. So this is what infuriates me. And I apologize if I'm not looking directly into the camera. That's another downfall to vlogging on your phone if you're not using monitoring devices. Like when I'm just doing my vlogs, because it is a visual expression of my life, I don't really try to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's not scripted. It's just me on the fly. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So we've been renting where we are ever since we got married. So for 5 years, we have been in this apartment. And I really haven't done much to the apartment because I don't want to make it too comfortable, because this is not our forever space. But by us about to become grandparents and stuff, I do want to make it a little more warm and inviting until we do actually move and get our own home that we purchase versus renting. Well, anyway, so as most of you know, the prices of rent is going up. Even if you're an established renter in that community, your rent is still going up. So I feel like with that being said, you're going up so you can stay in competition with some of the newer apartments and all of those things. So I feel like if your renter is asking for things to be replaced, especially if they've been here for 5 years, you should replace it. Prime example. So when we first moved, like I said, we have a new leasing company so they're doing a lot of changes, to make it look on the outside like it's worth what they're charging, but they're not doing what they need to do on the inside of the apartment's owner's space. Anyway, so I'm infuriated because I very rarely ask for things to be fixed if it's something that we can't do ourselves, because one, I don't want a lot of different people coming into the space, especially with COVID still being real and monkeypox, because then you have to go behind them and clean and all of that stuff. Well, anyway, our refrigerator was already old when we came in here, so it had little things that weren't gonna last the test of time. So the door, it has the shelves with the rails to keep your jars and stuff from falling out. So those were already kind of suspect when we moved. So within the past year, it's gotten worse. And so the door has cracks in it where the little railing is, and all of my stuff, when I open the refrigerator, because of the suction, I can't gently open. When I open it or close it, it causes everything to fall into the main part of the refrigerator. So I told them about it, even sent them a picture. All they did was send the little young boy over here to put new pieces into an already broken situation. That's a message right there. You can't put new things into something that's broken, because it's gonna eventually still break. So yesterday I put my 3 little dresses in there, and then when I went to close it, everything was like, so when I opened it, it came apart again. So I went over there today. She told me to show her a picture, and she was like, well, we're going to see what we can do to fix it. I don't know if it's going to warrant getting a whole new refrigerator. I wanted to cuss her all the way out, because it's not unless you can find the exact same refrigerator and replace the door. I'm cool with that. But you got to replace that, because one thing about it is I shouldn't be forced to pile everything in one space. Like, a refrigerator has its compartments for a reason. Like, you shouldn't be charging me an extra $200 a month now, and you can't at least be like, you know what, you've been here for 5 years. The refrigerator was old when you got here. Let's replace it. I'm sure y'all got empty unit. Like, I'll even take something from an empty unit. Like, I don't have to have nothing brand new, because this is not my forever home. I don't want it to be all, cushy and cozy to make me comfortable to stay here. But replace it. You can talk about you don't know if that warrants getting a whole new refrigerator. I cannot store things in my refrigerator that I need on a daily basis because it's broken. Like, that's the stuff that irritates me. That's why it's important to have your own. Because when stuff starts to fall apart, you are the one that's responsible. When you have to wait on other people, and other people have to decide what's right for you, no, that is not cool. So I'm infuriated, and that's gonna even though I had already committed to going hard for the remainder of the year, this has really made me go harder. And after being for 5 years, they want to start charging me for the washer and dryer. Tell me why you're mad, son. Listen. Anyway, so I'm going to go through my mail. Because I'm not going to go through all of it because most of this is junk. But I'm going to go through that, and then I'm going to record this intro and outro. Hopefully by that time, the hubs will be here, and I can do what it is that I need to get done so I can get back, because I really want to film my Wind Down Wednesday video before 7 o'clock. All right, love. So I finally made it out the house. I'm over outsiding for real. Like, again, I told y'all this the last time I went outside on an unscheduled day or at the time frame that I normally don't go out the house, everything that can go wrong does go wrong. And it's not that I'm speaking life into that, but it does. Like, okay, of course, you know I had to go get gas. I know I look rough, but y'all, look, my skin is doing better. I still have some hyperpigmentation, I guess that's what y'all call it. I call it blemishes, but the hormonal or cystic type bumps, they are going down. But I just went back to my old faithful hot water and toner. I've been using my skin, hold on, I'm at the post office. I've been using those cleansing cloths, and I just been putting hot water on them, cleaning my face real good, then take my toner and wipe the toner down, wipe my face off, and then it's been doing way better. I don't know why my skin just rejects any type of products. I do use, you know, cleansing stuff when I'm like wearing makeup or whatever, but when I say, and I'm gonna get back to what I was talking about, when I clean my face at night, I don't put any oil on it. By the time I wake up in the morning, my skin is oily. Listen, I don't know what kind of skin I got, but anyway, what I was saying was, so it is after 5. I never run errands after 5, ever. 1, because I don't like getting caught up in the traffic, and 2, I just like to knock my stuff out so I can have the rest of my day. So I leave out the house, had to go get gas. That's ghetto. And the one thing that irks me is when the gas station is packed and you see people need gas, are the people that park at the gas pump to go into the to go into the store, and you're not getting gas. Or when, you know, when there's 3 pumps and somebody at the top, so you're supposed to pull all the way to the next pump. This little knucklehead, he gonna back in to the end pump. And mind you, the spot that I had to go through was like this tight. And now everybody wanna pull up at the post office. And I'm driving the big boy Lexus. So I had to get up in there and try to make things happen. Start pumping my gas. Here he come with his little raggedy tail, jumps in the car and leave. The little ninja ain't even get no gas. Like, I would have been like, all right, cool, you want to pull straight out. But he ain't even get no gas. Okay, so that's the first thing. So then where I live at, they're creating all these roundabouts. And everybody at the roundabout has to yield. So at this particular roundabout, this is like where a school is. So everybody that's coming from the direction from the school just think that they got the right of way. Like, no sir, no ma'am. It's called you go, I go, you go, I go. And so I get my opportunity to start going, and this big old super duper SUV, he gonna try to like just gun it. Like, bruh, don't you know 10 cars in front of you already went? Won't you let me go? I cussed. I did. And that's because, again, I ain't supposed to be out the house at almost 6 o'clock at night. I ain't get to do my laundry. And that's a whole nother story for a whole nother vlog. But when all that started happening, I had to ask God to just realign my thoughts. So let me go ahead and go, because I'm about to try this new Starbucks drink. Okay, the phone dropped. But what I was saying, I'm about to try this new Starbucks drink that one of my friends said to me. Y'all, and she done went the whole wrong way. People don't pay attention and follow directions. That says do not enter. Child, let me mind my business. All right, let me go, because I'm looking like a ragamuffin. Kroger haul. So I got me some chicken, in which this was one of their digital, they had a digital coupon. Found me some caramel macchiato. They're starting to come back in stock. Got me some vanilla flavored Greek yogurt, some Pike Place coffee, Starbucks brand. Then I got these granola bars, and then I got me some blueberries, blackberries, some grape tomatoes, and some of the medley. These were both on digital buy. I don't know why it's so light. Okay, there we go. Got some strawberries, and got these high as avocados, $1 a piece. But I haven't had avocados for like probably 2 months because either they've been horrible looking or super expensive, and I broke. This is the cheapest I've seen them in a while, so I got those. And so I got this because I wanted to try this fruit, I guess you can call it a parfait, but a yogurt bowl. That's our Sharika B. Use her crunchy bars and crunch them up. And I was like, that is a neat idea, because a lot of times I buy the bag granola and end up wasting it. With this, I can either eat this, the hubs likes these, and that's that. Quick Target haul. So I did pick up 2 of these today. Then I needed some more lotion. And then I got this from their at the dollar spot for their fall release. And I was super sad because I wanted to get the pumps, but they didn't have any. So either they sold out or maybe they're just not there yet. But I got this because I'm always making my own cold brew, and I've been like recycling like plastic containers and stuff, so I can put my cold brew or my coffee in here, and that way it'll last better. It has a screw top, so I can start putting my coffee in here because it's just more economical for me to just make my own, since I get the instant espresso. So that's what I got from Target. All right, so I already have these in the sink because I'm going to clean them. I am going to spray them with some apple cider vinegar. I keep it in this with mixture with some water. That way I can just spray them and rinse them off versus soaking them, and let that do its thing. And then the hubs took out chicken and shrimp, so not really sure what's going to be for dinner. But worst case, I'll show you what I make, because I'm trying to just do salads for the majority of the month, so I can get rid of this bloat and some of this excess belly fat. Y'all hear it? Okay, guys, so I'm making pan-seared chicken and shrimp while I watch. Is it Best Friends?
Oh my god, Audrey's very lucky. So
Real
Paris
Girlfriends.
is like the city of love, as everyone knows, and all that.
In Paris, the
But
light
I've
is
been back
glare.
like 6
Kitchen
months.
light sucks. But I'm
Dating
making
Paris
that.
is super hard. Like, we're not all falling.
Husband has some jambalaya that was left over, rice that I'm going to give him. I'm going to make me a salad, and I'm going to try out this Zinfandel. I've never had Zinfandel before. I've had like white Zinfandel back in the day by, what was that wine everybody used to get? Sugar Home or somebody. So I'm going to try this Zinfandel. Even though it's a red wine, I'm still going to pair it with my salads. I will show you my salad after it's done. Nothing fancy, just lettuce, tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, carrots, and then I'll top it with some cheese and chicken and shrimp. And then I'll close out the vlog. Yeah, and I'm about to open this Happy Mail from my girl, Crochet Designs. Stickers. Her and Crate with Bree are the reason why I can't give up paper planning, because they make the best paper products. So I'll be doing a reel, so make sure y'all are following me on IG so you can see the reel of me unpackaging this. Y'all, look how beautiful this salad is. I hate to even mess it up with dressing, but I need some dressing on here. And I love to put this green goddess. Ever since I got it from Trader Joe's, I have been hooked. So yes, I put this all over my salad. And then I'm gonna put some of this Mexican blend cheese on top with some ranch dressing and a little bit of balsamic. Don't judge my dressing toppings. And then I'm going to top it with the shrimp, and the chicken is in the oven staying warm, and then that's going to be my dinner.